So good evening, and it's a warm welcome here at the Oaktree Arena from Rerun Productions. Well, as you can see, I have got a trophy in my hand, and it is the trophy for the Knockout Cup, as tonight's meeting sees the Somerset Rebels take on the Rye House Rockets in the first leg of the final this year. Wonder what's going to happen in tonight's meeting. There's quite a few riders missing for both teams, so we'll pop into the pits now and see their thoughts before tonight's meeting. So with Garry Manger, it's obviously a really important night tonight. It's the first leg of the Knockout Cup against Rye House. How many points do you realistically want to go up to Rye House with?
Probably looking 15 plus if we can, because, you know, good track up there. I know Somerset riders ride it well, but, you know, anything can happen on the day.
And obviously we've got 3 riders out tonight. You've got 2 guests in and rider replacement. How do you think that's going to hamper you or help you?
I don't know really, because we've got Nicolai in who's good round here. Doyle is going to have 6 rides, and probably Josh as well. Wright is good at reserve, you know, and Carl's all right. So, you know, we'll be all right, I think. And
both times that Rye House have come here already, we've already beaten them here, and it was that amazing 60-point meeting as well. Do you think you can do it again tonight? It must obviously put you in a bit of a positive head before the meeting.
Yeah, because their track is obviously different to ours. You know, we're a big circuit. Theirs is a little tight one. So, no, we look for 20 points, you know, 15 to 20 points, and we'll probably be happy with that.
And 2 trophies already. Are we going to see a 3rd one?
Hope so. We never know what happens in Speedway. You never know what happens in Speedway.
Well, good luck.
But that's the plan, is to win all 4.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready to roll?
So with John Samford now, we've just spoken to Garry Manger, and he's quite positive going into tonight's meeting. How are you guys feeling?
Very much the same. I mean, I think we're probably being cast in the role of underdogs, but that's fine with us. But, you know, it's our one chance of silverware this year, and we want to take that chance. We've come here with no particular target in mind, because that can be counterproductive, but we're just going to go for every point that we can get.
And both teams are obviously a bit depleted tonight. You've got rider replacement yourself. Do you think that's going to work in your favour because Somerset have got 3 riders out?
Not really. I think, you know, Somerset are still stronger than ourselves in that respect, because they are, by average alone, a stronger team than my own. But also, I think we suffer more by the loss of Tyson than Somerset have lost with Nick and Alex.
And obviously there must be a bit of a buzz in your team with Ollie Allen coming back in as Premier League Riders Champion.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you know, the man, his confidence is sky high, and it's some of it will have rubbed off on the other guys, and it's a big positive. We've just got to use that tonight and next week to our best advantage.
And Somerset said they're looking for about a 15-point lead going into tonight's meeting. If you do come away with a loss, what are you kind of going to try and keep it to?
As little as possible.
Do you think you can win?
Who knows? Anything is possible. If you're not in it, you can't win it.
Well, fingers crossed to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So just a quick chat now with Carl Newman. We didn't quite notice this, but according to Carl, he was in the back of our shot. When I asked John, did he think that they could do it tonight, and he was, what did you do? So you're quite confident that Somerset are going to come away with their win tonight?
Yeah, we're full of confidence, you know, we've been riding well. We've just got to do the job put in front of us, you know. We can't underestimate any team, but we're feeling good. If we all make some good starts, pull all our own weight, then hopefully we should come away with a nice win, which could set us up for the away leg.
And it's going to be even harder because obviously Alex isn't here and Nick isn't, but you have got a good guest in Nicolai.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, Nicolai's a great rider. It's a shame about Alex and Nick Morris, but we've just got to use that to fire us up, put some fire in our bellies, and yeah, go out and do the job.
And one last thing before the truck moves away, because it has just started. How was your golf today, I've been told to ask you?
I hope my speedway is a lot better, because, well, you know, I was shouting 4 more than I was actually hitting the ball, so and that's a great challenge, that.
Well, let's definitely fingers crossed that it is better tonight then.
Thanks.
Thank you, good luck.
Pontus Aspgren. We've certainly seen this man before guesting for the Rebels just recently, really doing better tonight, and it's Mellgren. At number 6, well, he's making a good choice for the until 2013, Kasper Lykke. And at number 7, I can see his man in action, Grajczonek. Moving across to those Rebels, 1-2 great destiny to put on against like he did in Monday's match of Wolverhampton will be good. For Wolverhampton will be great for us. It's Nicolai Klindt. Nick away on international duty number 4, so it's right replacing, moving on to number 5, the ever popular Grajczonek. And number 6, the big points scoring reserve for the Rebels, Wright. Destined for the Rebels jacket for the rest of the season, getting goals, and number 7, Greenwood.
So the riders out then for heat number 1, and this one, well, it sees Kasper Lykke coming out of gate number 1. He takes a rider replacement out in for Tyson Nelson in this one, who unfortunately of course is out injured at the moment. Gate number 2, that sees Carl Newman. Gate number 3, that brings out Ollie Allen, the PLRC champion. Fantastic effort by Ollie. So on Sunday, Magnus Coulson finishes in 2nd place. Ollie found a way round him on the opening lap, going down the back straight. Meet and we did film at Sheffield. Fantastic DVD available from us, of course, as most of these are. We hope you agree, as there is Ollie Allen off gate number 3, and Jason Doyle, he comes out off gate number 4. Big meet in this. Of course, the first leg here this evening. The second leg will take place a week on Sunday, 9 days until that. What will the situation be? Will Somerset take a healthy lead? They certainly hope so. Heat number 1 is about to get underway. Green light is on, takes fly up and into that first turn. It's Jason Doyle off gate number 4 who's taken the lead. He's there in front from Ollie Allen in 2nd. 3rd place it is Carl Newman with Lykke at the back. So it's the Somerset Casey's Rebels who look as if they could be taking an early lead in this knockout cup final. Riders go down the back straight, and it is Doyle who leads the way from Ollie Allen in 2nd, Carl Newman in 3rd, and Lykke, well, we've seen him in heat number 2, of course. John Samford giving him a taste of the track conditions in heat number 1, which is often the case when there's a ride replacement facility. Reserve takes a race. Kasper, well, he's at the back in the opener. Out in front, Jason Doyle in his custom position, leading the way from Allen in 2nd place. Newman is back in 3rd. Here comes Lykke. He's going to put Carl under some pressure, but not enough. It's going to be a 4-2 for the home side in heat number 1. A good sized crowd here this evening to witness this knockout cup final, as Doyle, well, he takes an excellent win coming across the other 3 riders on the opening lap. Coming out of the start, he goes on to take the win. Carl slotting in 3rd. Heat number 2, Charles Wright comes out off gate number 1. How well has he fitted into the Somerset side this season? Kasper Lykke takes his 2nd ride. He comes out off gate number 2. Off at gate number 3 we've got Ollie Allen. Oliver Greenwood coming in as a guest. And off at gate number 4 it is Josh Bates, another guest rider. Plenty of riders out injured unfortunately at the moment. Heat 2's underway. Margaret Barty is the referee in charge here this evening as the riders go down the back straight. It is the rider in red, that is Charles Wright, who leads the way with 2 Silver Ski Rockets in 2nd and 3rd. It is Lykke who's come through ahead of Bates. Greenwood is at the back at the end of the opening lap. Then it is Charles Wright who leads the way. Charles, well, he scored 4 points on last Friday in the Knockout Cup semi-final replay, 2nd leg at Edinburgh. Of course, the first leg was here 9 days ago, which resulted in a trouncing for the Monarchs, beaten by 26 points. The Casey's Rebels, well, they did a very good containing job at Armadale, just going down by 6 points to go through by 20 on aggregate. Nothing near as close as the first staging of the semi-final between those teams, of course, which resulted in a 90-point all draw. Heat number 2 here, the reserves race, has resulted in a shared heat as Charles Wright takes the win. Kasper Lykke 2nd. Josh Bates just holds off Oliver Greenwood for that 3rd spot. A shared heat in race number 2. 7 points the lead for the Rebels after 2 heats, as Charles is coming around for a lap on it. No, straight back to the pits after his win. Riders at the start line for heat number 3, Jason Bunyan, the I think 8 times New Zealand champion. He comes out off gate number 1. It's been a mixed year for Jason this year. His meeting at Berwick last Saturday just about summed up his season. He had a 3rd place, it was a paid 2nd, then he had a win, then he had a last, and then he had another win. But he really has been up and down this year, as have the Rye House Fortunes. They've been in the lower reaches of the Premier League for much of the season, but they have done superbly well to make it through to the Knockout Cup final for 2013, as the riders are just settling at the start line for this one. We got off at gate number 1, it is Jason Bunyan. Gate number 2, that's his Cole Newman ride replacement. Gate number 3, Robin Aspgren. He gets some good meetings here from the outside. Nicolai Klindt guesting, and it is Klindt who's coming around the outside to lead the way. He's out in front. It is Klindt who's in 1st place, and in 2nd spot it is the rider in white. That is Jason Bunyan having a good opening ride. Aspgren is in last place at the moment. Cole Newman is holding on to that 3rd position as the riders start the 3rd lap, as Aspgren, well, he's making the charge here on Cole Newman, and he's come around the outside as the Swede. He's moved through in the 3rd place. It was a heat advantage for the home side, but it's now a shared heat as Klindt leads the way. So he's guesting for the absent Alex Davis here this evening. A few guest riders for both sides, of course. 1 for Somerset, 2 for Somerset, 1 for the Silver Ski Rockets. Robin Aspgren, a Rye House Rockets through and through these days. He's coming around the outside of Cole Newman in heat number 3 to claim paid 2 points. That's if Len Silver, of course, does pay the riders 2 points in this competition. Nicolai Klindt, no, he gets the win. Race 4, and Kasper Lykke, well, he comes out for his 3rd race in the opening 4 heats. He replaces Josh Bates in this one. Gate number 2 sees Charles Wright. He had an emphatic win in heat number 1. Mellgren comes out of gate number 3, and he's joined on the outside by Grajczonek. Heat 4 gets underway, fast up by the rider in white. That is Mellgren. He leads the way as the riders go down the back straight. Here comes Grajczonek, go around the outside. It's very tight indeed between the riders. In 1st place it is Lykke with Charles Wright at the back, as Lykke, well, he's getting his revenge on Charles in this one. 2 races going on in heat number 4 out in front, as Wright, when he's come around the outside of Lykke to move through into 3rd place, and it's a shared heat situation as Mellgren leads the way then from Grajczonek in 2nd place. Now in 3rd spot it is Charles Wright, having found a way past Kasper. The Silver Ski Rockets, well, they were on a heat advantage, but it looks as if it's going to be a shared heat this one. They're on the final lap, and it is Mellgren who leads down the back straight. Grajczonek, who's got some big meetings coming up for his Elite League club. He doubles up for, of course, the Paul Coastal Aluminium Pirates. He did not have a good meeting on Monday at Swindon, as Paul went down by 10 points in the 1st leg of the playoff semi-final, but he's got a big one coming up next Monday at Wimborne Road. We're hoping for a better meeting in that time, as Mellgren takes the win, but no heat advantage to the Silver Ski Rockets. They still trail by a couple of points, but a pretty good start by the visitors after 4 heats. We move on to heat number 5, and Nicolai Klindt, who looked good in his 1st ride. He comes out off gate number 1. Josh Bates comes out off gate number 2. Josh scored paid 2 from his 1st couple of rides. Gate number 3. That brings out the rider in blue. That is Josh Grajczonek. He comes out for 2 rides on the trot, taking a ride replacement in this one. for the absent Nick Morris. And from the outside, it is the rider in white. That is Ollie Allen, the Premier League Riders Champion. I don't think he's ever going to tire of hearing that associated with his name. He was not one of the favourites to claim the title, but he did a fantastic job up at Owlerton. Didn't do a bad job in his first ride with the second place. What can he get his second out in? Heat number 5 gets underway. He's always been known as a fast scrapper, and Ollie's made a good start there. He leads the way as the riders exit the second bend. It is Allen who leads from Grajczonek in second place, but Josh has come through into first place. A stunning ride there by the Australian. He leads the way from the Englishman in second, with the Dane Nicolai Klindt in third. Another Englishman, Josh Bates, is at the back. So it's a heat advantage for the Casey's Rebels. This could double their lead to 4 points then. As Grajczonek, well, where on earth did he find that speed from to get past Ollie Allen? He found it from somewhere. He leads down the back straight. The vast majority of the crowd, of course, cheering on the Somerset Casey's Rebels here tonight. And they'll be delighted with the way that Josh has set about his task in heat number 5. Ollie Allen, well, he's going to have to settle for second place in this one, the best he can hope for. Nicolai Klindt is in third. Josh Bates fails to score for the second race in a row. As Josh Grajczonek, well, brilliant cutback on the inside of Ollie Allen, and Ollie had no answer to that. A 4-2 for Somerset. They double their lead to 4 points. They'll be looking to take at least a double-digit lead to Hoddesdon for the return in 9 days' time, and a satisfactory start in the opening third of the meeting. Riders at the start line, heat number 6, Anders Mellgren. He comes out off gate number 1, got a win in his first ride, has had some good races here in the past at the Oaktree Arena, one of the greatest speedway tracks that we've ever filmed at, must be said. Gate number 2, that's his Jason Doyle. Doyle, he's another rider who's had a fantastic year in 2013, doubling up with Birmingham in the Elite League. Of course, he's got chances of league or championship winning medals with 2 teams, of course, Somerset in the Premier League and also Birmingham in the Elite League. Birmingham having won by 2 points at Wolverhampton on Monday. That's the Elite League. This is the Premier League Knockout Cup final. Doyle is off 2. Kasper Lykke is off 3 from the outside. Carl Newman will be able to get some points in this one after last in his previous ride. He's made a good start from the outside and he storms around the outside of Doyle to take up the lead then. Is Carl Newman, who's certainly learned from his last ride. I'm sure he's altered his setup and it's working to perfection here. He's out in front. Doyle is in second place. Mellgren is in third. Lykke at the back is a 5-1 for Somerset. This is the first of the night for either side. As Mellgren, well, he is slowing. Lykke has found a way past him on the inside. As Jason Doyle has found a way past Cole, but Cole comes back around the outside. They're going to team ride this for a 5-1. I'm sure that that's going to see Somerset move 8 points in front after 6 races. No tactical ride facility in the Premier League Knockout Cup this year. No Knockout Cup in the Elite League, of course. That really is a very strange decision in my opinion. Jason Doyle, well, that's not a strange thing that we've seen there. Him getting 3 points. Carl Newman joining in for a big 5-1. Lykke in third. Mellgren at the back. He had engine problems. He went into the pits before crossing the line at the end of lap number 4, so he didn't finish the race. Jason coming round on a lap of honour, fully deserved. Somerset leading by 8. Riders out for heat number 7. Josh Grajczonek, who's scored 5 points in his first 2 rides. He's off at gate number 1 in this one. Jason Bunyan, who had a pretty good ride in his first out, in the second place. He comes out off at gate number 2. Charles Wright, well, he's been replaced in this one by Oliver Greenwood, who failed to score in his only ride so far. And Robin Aspgren, he comes out of gate number 4, who started with a paid second in his first ride. So Somerset Most certainly a satisfactory start for them at the moment. 8 points to the good. As the riders settle down at the start line. Pete Lee, the start marshal here this evening, trying to get the riders up to line for this one. Looks like we're about ready. Margaret Vardy, the referee in charge here this evening. She's about to put on the green light. There it goes, up by the tapes and into the first bend. With a good start by the rider in red. That is Josh Grajczonek from the inside. He leads the way. Aspgren has come around the outside of his teammate Jason Bunyan into second place. Oliver Greenwood, perhaps not surprisingly, the youngster who rides for Dudley in the National League. He is finding this heat a bit hot to handle. He's at the back, but out in front it is Grajczonek who leads the way, and he's storming away with the lead here. I'm sure it really has helped him out, doubling up with Paul in the Elite League. It's sharpened him up. He's been scoring some huge points in the Premier League this year. Very unfortunate not to represent Somerset in the PLRC, of course, averaging nearly 9 points per meeting, but he was just pipped by Jason Doyle and Nick Morris. As Somerset had 2 riders, and Aspgren, well, he's had problems there, and well, that has gifted Oliver Greenwood a point, and it does mean that the home side are going to get a 4-2. It looked for all the world as if it's going to be a shared heat, but no. It is a 4-2 for the home side, so that is very unlucky for Pontus Aspgren. It does mean that Somerset now stretch their lead to 10 points after 7 races. Things not going the way of the Silver Ski Rockets tonight, but working out well for the Somerset Cases Rebels. The crowd, or majority of them, happy with the result of heat number 7. We move on to heat number 8. Charles Wright, he comes out of gate number 1. Kasper Lykke comes out of gate number 2. He's been busy so far. Gate number 3 sees Carl Newman got a paid win in his second outing, and from the outside it is the rider in white, that is Jason Bunyan. He takes a ride replacement outing, just waiting for Jason to come up to line. 2 rides on the trot, of course, for Jace the Ace, the skipper of the Silver Ski Rockets. Rider's been out injured for quite a while from the start of the season. Heat number 8, mate, has got underway, and it's the rider in blue, that is Charles Wright. He's a fast gaiter, the brother of James, and he leads in this one from Bunyan in second. Jason making a move on the inside of Charles. It's getting very tight indeed. Carl Newman, well, he's having a good battle with Luca, but it is Newman. Well, now he's come through in the second place ahead of Bunyan. Bunyan comes backing him around the outside. Thrilling action here at the Oaktree Arena in heat number 8. As Charles Wright leads the way, and Bunyan's got back around the outside of Newman. Terrific stuff in this one as the riders go down the back straight then. And it is the rider in blue, that is Charles Wright, who looks like he's going to get his second win of the meeting. He's a quality performer, especially in the National League, of course, where he rides for Buxton. But he's had some great scores for Somerset. Scored paid 11 here from his 5 rides in that thrashing of Edinburgh a few days ago, or well, 11 days ago now, of course, when the first leg took place of the replay. A great scrap there between Newman and Bunyan. Jason eventually getting back through into second place, but some super racing in heat number 8 is another heat advantage for Somerset. They now lead by 30 points to 18. A 12-point advantage just past the halfway stage. Charles wins his second race of the night.
This man successful this time, Charles Wright. Race sponsored by Oaktree.
So the riders at the line then for heat number 9, and at this one, rider replacement Jason Doyle. You really know you are up against it when Doyle will probably take 6 rides here tonight. He's off at gate number 1. Gate number 2, that sees the rider in white, that is Anders Mellgren. Nicolai Klindt comes out off gate number 3. He has scored 4 points from his first 2 rides, and from the outside it is Josh Bates coming in to replace Kasper Lykke in this one. Josh scored P2 from his 3 rides so far. So Somerset, they're doing all that they would have hoped to have done so far, leading by 12 points with 7 races remaining. They can build on this lead as well. They do normally finish meetings very strong indeed, as Pete Lee are just trying to get the riders up to the start line, although I don't seem too keen to take his instructions, but well, they've got to get this race started at some stage. It might as well be now, perhaps they thought. Heat number 9 then, Margaret Barley releases the tape. Who's releasing his clutch the fastest? It looks like it's Doyle from the inside. Not unexpectedly, he leads down the back straight. From in second place, Mellgren. Josh Bates is doing well to hold off Klindt in this one, as the riders take the opening lap, and Jason Doyle is under pressure from Mellgren for first place. Klindt has got the better of Bates at the moment, but really that should be expected. Nicolai was one of the hottest prospects coming out of Denmark a few years ago, but things haven't really gone his way. Right to Scunthorpe, of course, at the moment in the Premier League, having started with Wolverhampton. Well, he has had a few guest bookings for Wolverhampton, or returned to his parent club Wolverhampton, had a few bookings for them of late. With their injury woes, Jakob Thor sails out for the rest of the season. Nicolai's coming to help them, but it's not. Doesn't look as if Wolves are going to make it through to the playoff final. Grand final is Jason Doyle. He tries to slow the race, he did a bit, but not sufficiently. He wins it from Mellgren in second. Klindt gets third place, having found a way past Josh Bates. It's another heat advantage, another 4-2 for the home side. That's their 3rd in a row. They're 4th in the last 5 heats, and they had a 5-1 as well. That really has stretched the lead. They're now 34-20 points in front. Jason straight back to the pits. He's out in the next one. And no sooner said than done. He comes out of gate number 3, unbeaten from his first 3 rides, Carl Newman. He comes out of gate number 1. He's scored paid 5 so far from his 3 rides. Should be satisfied with that, but there's all speed 3 riders. They're never satisfied, of course, unless they go through the card. Jason Doyle could do that. He's had 3 wins out of 3 so far. And it's, Robin Aspgren. He comes out off gate number 2. And from the outside is Jason Bunyan. Heat 10 gets underway, and into bend number 1, but it is Newman from the inside who's made a good start. He leads. Jason Bunyan comes around the outside. He now takes up first place, or does he? Yes, he looks like he's got the speed around the outside of Cole. No real surprise there. It is Doyle who's hit the front from Newman in second, but Cole, well, he's being put under pressure by Bunyan on the inside, Mellgren on the outside. It's another 5-1 for Somerset. And well, if they can get 1 in this one, it would see them stretch the lead to 18 points with 2/3 of the meeting run here tonight, and 1/3 of the meeting overall. It to be 10 of the 30 heats completed, as Jason Doyle, it's going to be 4 wins out of 4, I'm sure of it. Newman, he's doing very well indeed, holding off Bunyan and Mellgren and Aspgren, in this one, as the riders take the checker flag. Doyle makes it 4 out of 4. Carl Newman, an excellent second place. Jason Bunyan gets a point in third. Mellgren, he finishes at the back. He's had 2 wins and 2 last places. One of them, of course, was the retirement with engine problems. But very up and down is Pontus here tonight.
18 points there, the lead. Here they come, your victorious rebels.
As Doyle and Carl celebrate in style. Now I think we may have been calling Pontus Aspgren, Robin Aspgren this meeting. We must apologise for that. Sorry, Pontus. We move on to heat number 11, and the riders coming out in this one. We've got Ollie Allen coming out of gate number 1. Ollie has scored a couple of second places so far. Gate number 2, that's his Grajczonek. He's been in red hot form so far, just 1 point drop from his 3 outings. That was in his first race when he was beaten by Mellgren. He comes out off gate number 2. Does Josh. Pontus Aspgren comes out of gate number 3, and Oliver Greenwood, he takes the place of Charles Wright in this one. I think we've got the riders' names right, so hopefully for this heat, race number 11, the riders not in any great rush to get this heat up and running. It does look like we're about ready now though. Heat number 11, yeah, it's underway. And into that first bend, who's made the start? It's the rider in white, that is Ollie Allen, the Premier League Riders Champion. He really is a great gaiter, he has been throughout his career. He leads the way from in second place, Josh Grajczonek. Pontus Aspgren is back in third with Charles Wright. Is he going to fail to score for the first time this evening? He's at the back. As they go down the back straight then, of course it is Oliver Greenwood who's at the back. As the riders start the third lap, Oliver Allen, it is who leads the way from Grajczonek in second place. In third spot, it is Pontus Aspgren. Greenwood in last place, pretty much follow the leader in this one. As Ollie, he's going to become only to be the third race in for Rye House. The other two having come from Mellgren. Ollie wins heat number 11, second place goes to Grajczonek, third spot to Aspgren with Greenwood at the back in that one. A 4-2 for the Silver Ski Rockets. They do reduce the deficit then to 16 points after 11 races. They can do 1 or 2 more heat advantages. Race 12, Kasper Lykke comes out of gate number 1. This is his 6th ride of the meeting. Nicolai Klindt off 2, Jason Bunyan off 3, Charles Wright off gate number 4, in for Greenwood. Heat number 12 is underway. It's a fast start by Klindt over 2 and Wright over 4. Jason Bunyan and Kasper Lykke had no answer out of the start. It's a 5-1 for the Casey's Rebels, and the Rebels fans beneath us, they are cheering very, very loudly indeed as Nicolai Klindt guesting here this evening for the absent Alex Davis, who leads the way from Charles Wright. We're going to have another great meeting here this evening. He's in second place, Jason Bunyan in third. Bunyan coming up on the inside of Wright, but Wright Williams is toying with the Silver Ski skipper, I think there. He's got his second place back. Bunyan is in third with Lykke at the back as the riders go down the back for the final time again. Bunyan flattering to deceive there on the inside. It looks as if it's going to be another 5-1 for the home side. As you see their lead stretched to 20 as Nicolai wins his second race of the night. Second place, a fine second place there by Charles Wright. Third spot going to Jason Bunyan. Lykke fails to score for the 4th time this evening out of his 6 rides. The reserve just not coming up for any trumps for the Rockets here tonight. Nicolai Klindt coming up trumps in heat number 12. One of the 2 guests for the Casey's Rebels here tonight, including a wheelie. Excellent race for Charles Wright as well.
Nicolai Klindt now. So you're Somerset's guest tonight, but you're putting in a really good performance. How are you finding it?
Yeah, I'm finding it good. I've been here twice before, and I'm really enjoying it here. So I'm having a good night so far. I've been messing around a little bit with setup and couldn't get us started in my last 2, but we changed it this time and it worked well.
And what's the morale like in the team at the moment? Obviously 20 points up. I know you come in as a guest, but they obviously make you feel welcome as well. Before the meeting, do you think you were going to be able to pull off with 20 points?
Rye House is a strong team, and they're not in the Knockout Cup final for no reason. I would say I wouldn't have thought that we would have pulled a 20-point lead by now. But everyone is going great guns, and it's a good team spirit in the pits. Everyone is helping out, and I feel really welcome. So it's a joy to ride for them.
So the last couple of heats now, what do you think the final outcome is going to be? Can they extend the lead even further, do you reckon?
Yeah, I would say we got Josh and Doyle now, so that should be a 5-1, and I'm out in the next heat, so I should win that as well. And then
3 wins then.
Yeah, and then 15 as well. So we should pull away, but you never know. They could have 3 good rides, and then we would be only a couple up, but it's looking good so far.
All right, well, thank you and good luck for your last race.
Thank you.
A few words there with Nicolai as the riders come out on track 4, heat number 13. Jason Doyle unbeaten from his 4 rides, he's off gate number 1. Ollie Allen comes out off gate number 2. Steady night for the Premier League Riders champion, 7 from his 3 rides, 1 his last outing of course. Josh Grajczonek comes out off gate number 3. He's had a good meeting, and from the outside it is Anders Mellgren, who's blown hot and cold here this evening. He comes out off gate number 4. So we just had the interval break, and we're resuming with the home side. 46 points to 26 in front. A magnificent 20-point advantage so far. Can they possibly build on that in the last 3 heats? They'll certainly be hoping to, with the Premier League pairs champions coming out in this one, and probably heat number 15 as well. The Silver Ski Rockets, where they've hit into the Somerset Cases Rebels Tornado here tonight. Somerset really on great form up by the tape. Heat number 13 gets underway, and into that first bend, well, it is at Doyle from the inside, not unexpectedly, who takes the lead. Allen is in second, Mellgren in third, with Grajczonek at the back. He will not want to stay there for too long as the riders complete the opening lap. Then Doyle it is who leads the way. He beats Allen in heat number 1. He's beating him again here as the 2 Silver Ski Rockets get in each other's way somewhat. Here comes Grajczonek closing in on the pair of them. Mellgren on the inside, Bunyan on the outside. Doyle it is though, who's on his way to race win number 5. He leads the way. The Rockets, where they're going to try and team ride Grajczonek out of this one, but Josh, he looks at he's far too quick for Anders Mellgren. He's going to come around the outside, is he? Yes, he does. He moves through into 3rd place, and now he's challenging Ollie Allen for 2nd place on the final lap. He's got very tight to him. Allen comes back at him on the outside. Terrific action in heat number 13. Jason Doyle is missing all of it. He wins his 5th race. Ollie Allen gets 2nd place, and Josh Grajczonek another lap. I think he would have had the Silver Ski Rocket number 1. Josh really did find a way past Mellgren. The 2 Rye House riders got in each other's way slightly for a lap or so. And some terrific action in heat number 13. A 4-2 for the home side, then the lead. A hugely impressive 22 points. 2 races remain. Race number 14, Pontus Aspgren comes out off gate number 1. We got there in the end. Charles Wright comes out off gate number 2. Josh Bates is off gate number 3. And Nicolai Klindt takes a ride replacement out and off gate number 4. Nicolai really scored 8 points so far from his 4 rides. 2 wins and 2 third places. Can he sign off with a victory in this one? I don't think he'll be out in heat 15. Very rarely happens, of course, that guests coming out potentially taking money away from one of the home riders. It does sometimes happen in tight matches, but quite a rare occurrence. Heat number 14, the riders just we're waiting for Josh Bates. He's ready to go. Pete Lee walks away. Margaret Vardy puts on the green light, releases the tape, and into that first bend. Who's made the start? Well, it is the rider in white. That is Pontus Aspgren. He's right up there, but so's Klindt coming round the outside. Oh, that was very tight indeed. The 2 riders at wheels clash there as the riders come in and complete that number 1. Then it is Klindt who's out in front from in 2nd place. Pontus Aspgren, 3rd spot. It is Charles Wright with Josh Bates at the back. Is another heat advantage for Somerset, and this would see their lead stretch to 24 points with 1 race remaining. May not end there, of course, because Jason Doyle is unbeaten so far, and I'm sure his buddy Josh will be coming out in that final race as well, as the riders come in to complete lap number 3. Klindt it is, who looks like he's going to finish with 3 wins here this evening. He's had a good guest booking in place of Alex Davis. He wins heat number 14. Second place, that goes to Pontus Aspgren. Third spot to Charles Wright, Josh Bass at the back. A 4-2 for the home side then. Great start by Klindt coming around the outside of Aspgren to get up into first place. They got very tight indeed as well going into that third bend. A 4-2 for the home side, 54-30 the lead. One heat remaining. It's pretty much been all one-way traffic here tonight. The Casey's Rebels faithful, more reason to be cheerful. So the final race then of this Premier League Knockout Cup final, first leg, and well, it's going to be, the least it could be is a 20-point lead. I think it may be something larger than that though. Jason Doyle comes out off gate number 1, 5 rides and 5 wins. Gate number 2, as he's Ollie Allen, been steady, a win and 3 second places so far, but the rider on the inside has beaten him twice this evening. Off at gate number 3, Josh Grajczonek. He's always been in the thick of the action here tonight. And from the outside it is Anders Mellgren. So heat number 15, well, the lead could be 20, it could be 28, it could be anything in between to take to Hoddesdon in 9 days time. I'm sure there'll be many Somerset fans going up for that fixture, hoping to see their team win the Knockout Cup. Of course they certainly with a great chance as well of the double. They top the the Premier League table, and they have got their playoffs to come up very soon indeed. And well, there was a shock result last night at Ipswich where they went down at home to Workington. So Ipswich, well, I think they're practically out of the playoffs. The team, of course, that almost picked Somerset for top spot in the Premier League. And it looks like the team that finished second will not be making it through to the final. The team that finished top, they certainly hope they will be. That'll be Somerset, of course. Came so desperately close last season to winning the title. Heat number 15 gets underway. And into that first bend, can Doyle get his maximum? It looks like he can. He leads the way down the back straight. Here comes Allen around the outside of Grajczonek. He has been swallowed up there by Allen on the outside. Mellgren on the inside. It is Jason Doyle who leads the way, but Allen comes at him on the inside. This is a shock. And Doyle has dropped to third. Grajczonek comes through in the first place. Here comes Doyle back on the inside of Ollie Allen. What a heat of speedway this is. In heat number 15 of this Premier League Knockout Cup final. And it now is a 5-1 for the home side. This pairing, of course, they are absolutely fantastic. They won the Premier League Pairs Championship down here back at the back end of May. And it looks like they're going to get a 5-1 here in the final race, which will see Somerset have a 28-point lead to take to Hoddesdon in 9 days' time, as Grajczonek and Doyle are going to come round and take a magnificent 5-1. And Josh Lee's going to slow down. He lets Doyle take the victory. That's an 18-point maximum for Jason Doyle. Absolutely fantastic performance by him and Grajczonek in heat number 15. Ollie Allen as well. He was all in the thick of the action. And well, he got up into first place at one stage. But would you believe he finished at the back as Anders Mellgren came through into third place on the last lap. It really was some stunning racing in heat number 15, worthy of any cup final, as Jason, well, he celebrates in style, a 5-1 in the final race then, and a 28-point lead to take to Hoddesdon. Surely that will be enough. Great performance by the Casey Rebels here tonight, that man in particular, Jason Doyle, an 18-point maximum. And make it well. I think he's got a bit of a welcoming committee there. As well, I think Josh Grajczonek, I think he's just going round on another lap of honour as Doyle, well, he's going round as well. They cannot get the riders off the track. Oh, what have we got here? And we'll remember that from Alan Mockridge. He did that many years ago, one of his little party pieces. And Jason, I don't know if he's seen Moggo do it, but he certainly is. So it was a stunning ride by him and Josh in heat number 15. Almost a perfect evening for Somerset here this evening. So 28-point lead. They couldn't have expected that beyond their wildest dreams. But they really have ridden quite superbly as a team here this evening. Missing a couple of their riders, of course. But the team that was assembled has certainly done the job. Jason Doyle, top dog here this evening, man of the match, and he's received the bumps. Well done to him. And that will be the victory parade next.
Okay, so with Oliver Allen now, so obviously it's bitterly disappointing for you guys, but the score doesn't really reflect the racing and how much effort you guys put in. Did you expect to come away with that big a defeat?
I knew if we didn't ride well we would do, yeah. Somerset are definitely the strongest team in the league, and I knew if we didn't ride well we could come away with worse than that.
But like I said, some of the racing out on the track, especially Heat 15, was fantastic. Some of the best. That race was probably one of the best we've seen here this year. So you still did put up, in some people's eyes, a good performance.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know I tried my hardest and fought in my races, and Heat 15 was a good one. Unfortunately, I count the losing end of it, but it was a good battle, and it's a good racetrack here, so you can kind of expect that sort of thing.
It's obviously a big deficit now to go back to Rye House with. Do you think you can overturn it?
No. Do you?
You never know, it's Speedway.
No, I doubt it very much, but we'll try our best, and at the end of the day everyone here gets paid by the point, so it's not like we won't be trying, so see what happens.
And a bit more of a positive note now, also congratulations on the Premier League Riders' Championship. Going into the meeting again, did you expect to come out victorious in that?
Yeah, I felt quite good going into it. It's impossible to say that you think you're going to win, but I felt like I could. Like I felt good enough, and I've gone well at Sheffield this year every time I've been there, so it didn't hold any fears for me, and everyone in the field I've beaten before, so yeah, no, I felt good about it.
All right, well, well done for that, and good luck for the second leg of the final.
Thanks, guys.
So with Jason Doyle now, absolutely fantastic performance from the team, and yourself as on 18-point maximum. You must be pretty pleased.
Yeah, with not having Nick and Alex in the team tonight, we thought it was going to be hard, and all the boys rallied together and got some good points.
And 28 points. Speaking to Garry before the meeting, he wanted 15. You've come away with 28. That is just a fantastic. Do you think you've got one hand on the trophy now?
You don't know. It's a speedway, isn't it? If you go to Rye House thinking we're going to win it, it's not going to happen. So if we go there and think it's going to be a hard meeting because we know them boys are quick around there, we hopefully have a good meeting.
We did just speak to Ollie Allen, and he doesn't seem to think that they're going to be able to do it. So when a team goes into it with that kind of mentality, is that going to obviously help you if they instantly think they've lost?
It's good for us to go in there with the confidence we've got after tonight. I think we know everyone's been to Rye House at least twice this year, so we all know set up. So hopefully when we get there, we'll be firing.
And we also saw some fantastic celebrations from you, reminiscent of Steve Bishop around the Somerset track. Are we going to see a couple of more of those maybe at Rye House and here for the playoffs?
No, that's it for us. Me and Josh were just a bit of banner for Bish and what he used to do back in the day. So yeah, I think we'll retire from that.
Okay, well, good luck for the second leg of the final, and well done on tonight.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay.
So another amazing meeting for the Somerset Rebels here at the Oaktree Arena. 59 points to 31 for the Rye House Rockets. Well, as we said, they might just have that one hand on the trophy for the Knockout Cup, but anything happen in the second leg up at Rye House next week. So we hope to see you here again with Rerun Productions. See ya!